Hey YouTube, my name is Marita and welcome to another edition of the Nurse Lounge. Today we are going to talk about or continue my series on my narcissistic marriage and my road to recovery. And in this video, we are going to talk about how my narcissistic husband steals. So if you want to see what this video is about, please stay tuned. All right, we are back. So in this video, we are talking about stealing and how the narcissistic person typically has no issues with stealing whatsoever. And I want to provide you this disclaimer that I am not a licensed, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a medical doctor, psychiatrist, psychologist, life coach, or anything like this. I am a nurse who happens to have a doctoral degree, but I am here just sharing my journey with you as I've endured being with a narcissist and how my marriage has been impacted by such. And again, today's topic is stealing. So when it comes to stealing, as you know, stealing is never a good thing. You don't take things that don't belong to you. But I learned very early on, and again, my narcissistic journey, or me realizing that I had a narcissistic husband, happened probably about 3 to 4 years ago. I can tell you that very early on in our marriage that I realized that something was off and I was ignoring those red flags even during the courtship. But I just did not know what exactly it was. I didn't know we were just trying to grow up, learning how to be more mature. Or was it because of the fact that there's something truly off with this man? But what I did realize was as time went on when it comes to stealing, I would realize I would have things that I could not find again. I would have things that some prime example, do you all remember when the iPads first came out? They first came out. So I bought an iPad when they first came out years ago, and I was using it for a while. And, as you know, with anything else, anything that we don't use for a while, or with, it's gotten old to us, we will set it down somewhere. And next thing you know, I haven't seen that iPad in probably 2 or 3, 4 years. And then it pops up all of a sudden that he has it. And then it disappears yet again. And to this day, I believe he has pawned it. I don't have it and he don't know where it is. I said, whatever happened to my iPad? Oh, I don't know. Last I saw it was in the house. Well, last I saw it, he had it in the house. So again, part of his lying, but they steal all the time. I'm also one of those who I do have iPhone. And what I usually do is pay my iPhone off, which I'm about to do here soon. Actually, my iPhone is paid off. I'm about to upgrade to a new phone. And every 2 years I would upgrade to a new phone, but I would save my old phone and I would use that phone just in case I had something damaged or happened to my new phone. That way I never had to go purchase a phone that I really couldn't afford right away because I was still paying the old phone off. I would always have a backup phone, if you will. So I'd always save my iPhones for that. For the past 2 upgrades, so 4 years, because you upgrade every 2 years, I have not been able to find my phone. And the one thing he told me was, hey, your phone, I believe that person who did your daughter's hair took the phone. Okay, well, first of all, I never knew the phone was missing at that point in time. And why would you bring something like that up if I never mentioned that it was missing? So this is his lie that he's trying to tell because he took my phone. Well, Lord and behold, he never has been an iPhone person. He's always been a Samsung kind of person. So he shouldn't have any iPhones in his possession, right? Well, he would always have ways of having things that we didn't pay for. Like, where did you get this stuff from? Where did you get this new stuff? And he could never explain it. And one day, my son told me, oh, Daddy has 4 iPhones. Well, first of all, I don't care if you ever used one. Where do you get 4 iPhones at? And one of them, and I happened to find out when I happened to do some cleaning one day, he had hid my iPhone in the, the area in your kitchen. It's the stove, but it's the so you have your oven down here. If you have a stove, you have your oven, and then the very bottom it has like a shelf or a drawer, if you will, that you put in like you store your pots and pans or store things in that people rarely use. At least I don't really use it, so I never go in there. Well, one day I happened to go to looking for a pot or a pan or some type of dish, and I find where he had taken my iPhone and basically tore it completely apart, using it for parts for something else. And he had told me that he had started fixing people's iPhones if they bought the parts. Well, he had taken my old phones that I could not find anymore, that he lied and said that the person who was here in my house, who was doing my daughter's hair, took that phone. That, of course, wasn't missing at that point in time. At least I didn't know it was missing at that point in time. So when I tell you they steal all the time. They take things that don't belong to them. They have no qualms about it. He has even taken, and honestly, that's not even the latest. The first time I think I realized he was stealing was, I remember I had my first son. My son is now 11. So I had him back in 2009. And we had, my girls were probably 10 and I want to say 7 at the time. And what we would do is we would save our change. And I had a little bag that I would save the change if I found change, or I would just put all my loose change in a bag. And we would take that money and go buy ice cream with the money. And one day we thought enough, and I would keep the bag in the baby's diaper bag just to kind of minimize not having to have a purse and all that. So I had it tucked in his diaper bag at the time. And we come to find out we had no money in that bag when we went to go get ice cream one day. And I realized then that he has taken our money. And I didn't think much about it at the time, because I'm like, okay, well, if you needed some money, you could have just said something. You don't take what doesn't belong to you. Next case scenario, my sons had, I was trying to teach them very early on about having wallets, and that boys have and men have wallets, and you save your money, you put it in a wallet. So I had bought the boys new wallets at the time, and I didn't think I had to hide anything. So I had their wallet sitting on top of our fireplace mantle. And what we usually do is I have them save up enough money so they would get money for chores and things like that. And once they save up enough money, then we would treat them by going to their favorite store, which is Target, and buying, some type of toy that they wanted to buy. And so they had saved about $33 a piece. And so they had been good that day. So I decided, let's go ahead and go to Target and get them a special gift, with their money. Teaching them how to spend money, how to interact, how to hand money to the cashier, and, the whole purchase type thing, just trying to teach them how to do that. And nothing told me to even look in the wallets to see anything. So we get to the store, we get their toys, a Lego set, I think they both wanted each, a Lego set or something like that. We get to the checkout and they open their wallets and they had nothing but $3 in there a piece. So that's $30 he took per child. He did not ask my permission, nor did he ask the boys' permission, could he take their money. At this point in time, they were very disappointed and heartbroken. So I went ahead and paid for whatever they were getting that day. But when you believe you me, when I came home, I said, immediately, actually, I texted him and said, did you take the boys' money? Yeah, I needed some gas. Well, you don't take things that don't belong to you. You don't take the boys' money. How are we teaching them that you have to ask permission for things when you're not doing so? You don't go into someone's wallet and take money from them. So he was doing that for my boys very early on, and I had to take their wallets and lock it in the safe. Before that, if you want to call this another red flag that I should have been paying attention to, I had the girls' baby banks. So you know how you get those baby banks that it was like a bottle shaped, and we would put money in those banks, again, saving for whatever we were saving for. They would have dollar bills, $20 bills in their banks, and I had the bank sitting up on the mantle and things like that as well. I don't know why I keep everything on the mantle, because I'm not really wanting to invite people to my house. And next thing I know, as I start looking at those banks, there were no dollar bills in there. It was nothing but just pennies. And I'm like, did you take the girls' money? This is before we even had boys, okay? I don't know why I didn't catch on and thought this was okay. Maybe I thought that there's times where I was like, okay, I'm going to borrow $10 real quick, and I'm going to go, and then I'll put it back next pay period. So maybe, and I would, but the thing is, I would get their permission first. Or if I even today, there's times where I'm like, Jaden, I need $3 to do X, Y, Z. Can I borrow $3? And when I do borrow $3, I have him give me the money, put it in my hand. I go do what I need to do with it. But when I return the money, I put it back in his hand to put in his wallet. I again am trying to show him this is how you do the exchange of money. You don't go take something that doesn't belong to you. So this man not only has stolen from my girls, he has stolen from me, and he has stolen from his 2 biological boys. So there's no telling how much else he steals. He would come home from one of his jobs with cutlery from the job, from plates from the job, claiming that they said that they didn't need it anymore. And then come to find out, he stole their stuff, bringing it to our house. It's like, I don't want to eat off the plates and with the cutlery that the whole city done ate off of. Don't bring that stuff home. It does not belong to us. He did not care. They steal everything. So he stole my phones. He stole my iPad. I believe he's even stolen one of my laptops. He stole the kids' money. He stole my money. It was to the point where even in my purse, when he was physically here, I could no longer leave my purse in the living room. You know, at home, you should be able to leave your purse wherever you want to leave it in your house, as long as your house is secure. I would have to secure my purse in the afternoons when I went to bed, because I knew otherwise I would have money missing in the morning. He wouldn't take all the money, but he would take, I'm like, I thought I had a $20 bill. I thought I had a 20 and a 10 or whatever. And I wouldn't have money missing. They steal all the time. If this sounds like something that your boyfriend or husband or somebody in your family who's a narcissist does, believe you me, this is intentional. They are not taking money to wait till next pay period. They take what's not theirs because they have a lack of morals, values, and integrity. This is definitely what I've dealt with when it comes to my narcissistic marriage, with someone who is lacking all these things, who has stolen from me, stolen from his kids, stolen from his jobs, and I'm sure stolen from people that we don't even know about. He would have money, or he would have things that didn't even, like, there's no money missing from the account. So where are you getting this new Samsung phone? New, just came out. Where are you getting this stuff from? He could never answer those questions, by the way. Oh, somebody gave it to me. Ain't nobody giving you no $1,000 phone, or how much of those phones cost. Ain't nobody giving you that. What did you do to deserve a $1,000 phone? So, you know, he would steal all the time. And I began to learn that, okay, you know, I don't want to deal with someone who is a thief as well. If you don't have trust in a marriage, you have nothing. And someone who steals from you is the worst part, the worst kind. I can't stand a liar, a cheater, or a thief. You don't do that. And that's the kind of husband I have. And I say I have is because of the fact that we are not divorced yet. I am about to go talk to a lawyer here soon, and we will be doing that here soon. But legally, we're still married. So if this video has been helpful for you, please like this video, please comment, please share, please subscribe. I happen to do these videos as a way of my own therapy until I am able to get to a therapist. It helps me to help others to see what I've endured in my life. Things are not perfect for me, as it may portray on these videos, but just know nothing's perfect for anyone. I have met so many people who have reached out to me, who've watched my nursing videos, and this is still primarily a nursing channel, but this is a series that I'm actually starting now that my doctoral degree is over, so I can focus on this content. And I want to be able to share with you those types of things that I've endured, and to know that you are not alone if you are going through this, to know that you can get out when you're ready to get out. This is a form of domestic abuse that they do to us. Or domestic violence. It does not have to be physical that they do. It can be emotional, mental, and financial, sexual, physical. That is all domestic violence. And I want you to know that, and I don't think I knew that. Even as a registered nurse, when people would ask me, hey, has anybody abused you? And I'm like, nah, he ain't never touched me, which he hasn't. I never thought about this part, the mental, emotional, financial, the things that he's done to us. Stealing from us, stealing from the money. I would say stealing the money from, stealing money from our bank accounts. That's another thing he does. He steals from our bank accounts. So we would have money that the bills, we have a joint account in which the money would be for bills, strictly bills. So we didn't put any other extra money in there. And as you know, the money has to clear the bank. So I would say, this is our money for the rent, as an example. He would purposely go in there, take out $300 or whatever, usually it's about $300, and do God knows whatever with it. And then we are short on our rent. And then we have to pay overdraft, and then we have to pay late fees, we have to pay all those things. So he not only steals from me personally, the kids personally, but he steals from the household to fulfill whatever needs he has to fulfill. They are evil people. They are people you don't want to be around. This is my journey. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I have plenty more coming. If you would like to see more, again, thumbs this video up, subscribe. Like I said, I look forward to talking to you all in the comments. Let's chat. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.